Hi everyone, Mike from AI Technology and Design here, back with another day of technology in our 30 Days of Technology series. Today we're going to be talking about a really cool product called Ember and how it can keep your coffee the perfect temperature for hours. To me, a good cup of coffee is everything. Whether we're talking first cup in the morning or my last cup around 12:30 or 1. To go from this to this is a lot of work. Hey, you guys want to help me make a cup of coffee? Perfect. And if you're going to go through all that work, the last thing you want to do is take the time to brew the perfect cup of coffee and for it to get cold on you, which is why I am such a strong proponent of the Ember mug. Because for someone like me who really likes the perfect cup of coffee, this nifty little piece of technology ensures I get that every time by making sure the temperature of my coffee is consistently the temperature I like to drink it at. So we're going to dig a little bit further down into the Ember mug, how it works, and why you might want one if you like a coffee, tea, or any other hot beverage at any time of day. So the first question I always get asked when I start talking about my Ember mug is, what is an Ember mug? And I'm going to tell you right now, it is a smart mug and it's really neat. It's app-based, it's a rechargeable battery, and it lets you set the temperature of the beverage inside the mug to whatever temperature is the right temperature for you to drink it at. So my wife, who likes to drink her coffee at the same temperature as the inside of the sun, will maintain a consistently hot cup of coffee that would scald almost anybody else. I like it not piping hot, but I certainly don't like it to get cold, so I like to set it at a nice, comfortable temperature that's a good sipping temperature for me. But everybody's different. There's no right or wrong answer. It's just a question of what do you like. Well, the Ember mug allows you to set your temperature to whatever is the best experience for you. And what's really neat is you can actually set it for different beverages. So maybe you like your coffee really hot, but your tea kind of cool. I don't know, and I certainly am not going to judge you for it. But what you will be able to do is ensure that consistency with every beverage. Okay, so we spend a lot of time here talking about technology for the home. Some of it's built in, some of it's portable, but the point is, everything we choose for this series is because it's technology that enhances the way you live. This may seem like a small and inconsequential thing, but being able to enjoy a hot cup of coffee throughout the day, or tea, or whatever you like, is extremely, extremely important to a lot of people. And it's just one of those little levels of enjoyment that we can give ourselves in an otherwise dull and dreary day. We got to go to work, we got to do what we got to do, but a nice hot cup of coffee, tea, or whatever is a great treat at the end of the day. How this unit works is very simple, okay? There's an app, and you download the app when you first get the product, and that will help you set it up, it'll help you connect it to everything, and most importantly, it'll help you set your profile, including the temperature you like to drink it at. Now, if you take it and use it the first time and it turns out you burn your mouth because it was too hot or it wasn't quite hot enough, not a problem. The app is super easy to use and you can go back and adjust it anytime, including in the middle of a beverage as well, which is kind of neat. The next thing is, okay, in the old days, you used to get these little things you put under your coffee cup and it warmed them up. They didn't really do much except keep the bottom part of the coffee warm, but it was a good idea. And when I first encountered Ember, I thought maybe they just put a little heater in the bottom, but it's a lot more complicated than that. There are precision sensors all over the cup to keep the cup based at the same temperature from top to bottom. So in other words, you're going to get cooler beverage on top and warmer beverage on the bottom. With these sensors and some of the other technology I'm going to tell you about, it keeps the consistent temperature throughout the beverage throughout the entire time you're drinking it. And that's really, really important. Now, the other part of this is the heating element, and that keeps going for a long, long time because there are batteries in here that'll keep your drink warm for hours. And that's the other important part of it, is if it's just keeping it warm for 10 or 15 minutes, it's not really doing you a lot of favors. The fact that I can put this on my desk, do a bunch of calls, do a bunch of meetings, forget about it, walk away, and believe me, I will several times today, and come back and still have that perfect cup of coffee means the world to me, because now I'm not stuck trying to, suck back a cup of coffee in order for the next meeting or whatever. I can take my time and enjoy myself. Last thing I think is really, really cool is convection current technology that's inside of these. And what these do is, these are at the molecular level, but it moves the coffee from top to bottom throughout the mug, so it keeps it consistently warm. Because remember, we were saying that stuff on the top is going to cool faster than the stuff on the bottom. So by circulating it, we're maintaining consistency in the experience and maintaining a great cup of coffee throughout the entire time we are enjoying that beverage. And you can have tea and hot chocolate and other warm liquids as well. I just assume everyone drinks way too much coffee as well. One thing I really like about Ember is the fact they're continuing to grow, and they're continuing to innovate. And they have all sorts of new stuff this year that I think is really worth talking about. They have a red line of products, and if you've ever done anything like bought Beets or any of these other products out there, red is having to do with the charitable aspect for HIV and AIDS research. You might have heard Bono talking about it in the past. So what a cool statement by them that they're going to support this wonderful initiative. Now, the other thing is, and that's not really innovation, that's just leadership, but the other thing is they've come up with a travel mug, and I really like this travel mug for a couple reasons. First of all, it's an Ember mug, which means my coffee is guaranteed to be consistently hot throughout the period of time that I'm enjoying it. But the challenge I have is this is not really a good mug for going out and about. And it's going to spill my coffee when I'm driving about. I don't want to take it to a job site. I don't want to leave it somewhere. So Ember's made a travel mug, and it's an on-the-go version of this. So it has a lid that doesn't spill. It has a charging base just like this one, and everything works very similar to the way this one works, except there's a touchscreen on it as well, so you can change your coffee on the fly. Because remember, it doesn't know where you're going to be, and if you're in a place where you maybe can't change the temperature or open your phone or anything like that, you definitely want to still be able to have control over your beverage. In fact, the precise control that Ember can give you. So their on-the-go travel mug is awesome for people who have to work outside of the house, people doing long journeys. Hey, if you're one of those people who takes the kids to the rink on Saturday mornings, it keeps that cup of coffee hot right up to the end of practice as well. So great investment for people who like to travel, who like to go, or just like a hot beverage any time of day. A self-heating mug sounds complicated, but it isn't. Ember's taken a lot of time and effort to make sure that it's an incredibly easy experience. The hardest part of this entire experience is taking the plastic wrapper off the box. I mean that. Then you download an app. You know how to do that. You go through the app and you tell it what you like to drink. You already know that. Then you start to tell it the right temperature. Now, you might not know that and have to play with that because you've never had this precise control over the temperature of your beverage before. But that's okay if you have to adjust it, because the app is really intuitive and easy to use. Once you've done all that and set it the way you like, this goes on the charging base when you're done drinking it. You may want to rinse it out afterwards. That part's up to you. And that's it. You take it off, you fill it with liquid. It keeps your liquid hot. You rinse it out, you put it back on. Rinse and repeat, as they say. So it's an incredibly easy to use product. It's one of the smartest pieces in your home as far as smart technology goes, and there's really not much to think about once you've set it up as well. So it's a really great piece of investment for someone who's not technically savvy but still likes a nice hot beverage.